Did you like the new intro? Yeah, I made that in about half an hour, which probably means it's not going to be very good, but it's the best I'm going to be able to do, and I think it's alright. I think it's pretty good, so tell me what you think of that. But anyway, it's TSS here, and today we're doing a hot or not video, but this time on the PKP Pecheneg. I don't even know how to say that, but I'm just going to pretend it's called the Pecheneg and just carry on with the video. But, as usual, before we start, I'm going to have a quick word about the gameplay. This is an absolute massacre, as I'm sure you've worked out from the title. I go crazy in this clip you're going to see here. I mean, there's a few clips all stringed together. One huge kill streak, and then another huge kill streak, and then another huge kill streak. And essentially, I just go crazy. So, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Anyway, this LMG has quickly become my most favourite LMG in the entire game. Originally, it was a Type 88, but then I unlocked this, and I didn't really like it straight away to begin with. But then, now I've learnt how to control the recoil, and all of a sudden it is by far the best gun, the best LMG I've ever used, ever. The only LMG that even comes remotely close to this gun now is the M240B, which in my opinion is also an amazingly cool weapon, but I'm not sure whether or not that's just because I like the iron sights, because I absolutely love the iron sights on the M240B. The PKP has a maximum damage of 34, which means that at close quarters, it's a 3-bullet kill. The PKP's damage drop-off starts at 8 meters and finishes at 75 meters, which is extremely long if you were to compare it to an assault rifle. Even when you are hitting enemies that are at 75 meters away or more, you are still getting 25 damage, meaning it's still going to be a full-shot kill. And 25 damage is a full-shot kill, which means it's around the same amount of bullets to kill as a M416, for example, in close quarters, which is an absolutely phenomenal figure, and it proves that this gun is just absolutely amazing. It's a beast for damage. The high damage of this weapon isn't just good for long ranges, however, it's also amazing for close quarters. The fact that with this weapon it takes less bullets to kill a single enemy, it means that you can kill more enemies with the amount of ammo in one magazine than you would with any other weapon. So if you are accurate with this weapon, then you will destroy. But there's one issue with this weapon in close quarters, however. This gun has an incredibly slow fire rate. It fires at 600 rounds per minute, which means that you will easily get taken out by any other faster firing weapon in the game at close quarters. So, what does this mean that you should do with this weapon then? Well, obviously, you should put a suppressor on it. If you can't kill people in close quarters when they're aiming at you, then obviously the best thing to do is make it so that you can kill them when they're not aiming at you. Sounds simple enough, I know, but this allows you to take advantage of what I just said earlier. It means that you can kill enemies from behind for ages before they even get a chance to turn around, because they won't know you're there. And at the same time, they won't have a chance to turn around when they realise that their teammates are all dying, because you'll have a constant stream of ammo at them, and you won't need to reload because you're killing so many enemies with so few bullets. And it's a pretty good job that you don't need to reload with this weapon as well. This weapon has a 5.5 second reload, and this doesn't matter whether or not you have a bullet left in the chamber, because it will still be 5.5 seconds. But unfortunately, how well you do this weapon will depend entirely on how good you are at controlling recoil. The weapon's recoil seems to go all over the place. It's quite hard to manage, but eventually, through practice, you'll get used to it, and you'll be able to use this weapon extremely accurately and get all of your bullets on target, near enough. So, what attachment should you be using on this weapon then? The sight that you use doesn't matter, although I wouldn't recommend going for anything above a 1x zoom, because it amplifies the already hard to control recoil. You should definitely be using a suppressor. As I mentioned earlier, it keeps you off the minimap and means that you can kill people for days if you manage to get a flank on. On top of this, I also personally believe you should be using a laser pointer, as it means that you can hip fire people and get those all-important close quarters kills. And for my underbarrel attachment, I've decided to go with either the ergo grip or the vertical grip. Both of these weapon attachments do exactly the same thing, although they vary in appearance. These two attachments improve your movement ADS spread by 50%, which is an extremely high number, and you're bound to be killing people while on the move with this weapon. I do have a few tips to share with you when you're using this weapon, however. The first of these is to make sure that you're always tap firing at anyone longer than medium range. The second is to hip fire as much as possible when you're in close quarters, as it takes a very long time to bring your weapon up to ADS. And finally, don't camp with it. This is not a camper's LMG. If you want to camp, bipod up with an M240B, because that will definitely be your best bet. Whereas this gun is more for being on the move. You want to have a suppressor, you want to go for the back rage, and you want to kill everyone from behind. So, overall, I'm going to give this weapon a 9 out of 10, and this weapon is definitely hot. I've been TSS, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.